On August 21st, 2024, at around 10:15 a.m., I received an email from a fan recommending me 4 channels that I should check out. Hey, I was doing some research when I stumbled upon these Minecraft channels. They all seem very mysterious and I need help finding out more about it. Maybe you could possibly make a video on that if it's interesting enough? Anyway, here are all the channels that are linked to this strange mystery. Best wishes. The first video in the series is titled Introduction.mp4. It was filmed September 9th, 2012. The first video starts off and we're introduced to 2 people named Mike and David. Hey, how has it been? It's been good. Right as David is about to explain something, he says never mind, then we see a flashing image. The flashing image contains loads of binary numbers, and when the binary is translated into text, we get this. What is shown on the surface is not what lies between. After this weird occurrence, the video continues with David telling Mike that he missed him, showing that they have not talked in a while. David talks about how he was sad that he had to move. David explains that he has not seen Mike for over 4 years. I missed our gaming sessions. Me too. Mike and David begin reminiscing on the good old days. David explains to Mike how he's been feeling off lately. I've just been feeling guilty and paranoid. Well, everything is good now that you're back. Playing with you makes me forget it. We escape reality. After this interaction, the video ends. We are left with a lot of questions, like what is David so guilty about? Why is he so paranoid? But little did I know was this one video was the start to one of Minecraft's biggest ARGs. The next video in the series is titled September 12th, 2012. David starts off the video by explaining how he's alone this video, and Mike is not with him. Today I'm alone. My friend is busy. David goes up the hill and he notices 2 signs that he did not place there. You can't escape. We remember you, David. Now David is obviously confused. Who put these signs there? Mike is not in the game. Who was it? What is this? Maybe I'm just paranoid. Maybe I put those there and forgot. It was probably a prank. David then eventually forgets about the signs and starts to go mining. David explains that he is very happy to be recording this. David does not do too much mining, only mining up a few cobblestone before going up to his house. When David gets up to his house, he notices 2 more signs inside of his house. Did you really think you could get away from what you did? We found you. What did David do that he had to run away from? And who was trying to find him? David takes 1 step into his house, and he steps on a pressure plate. David does think this is weird, but he just thinks it's Mike just trying to prank him. Maybe Mike put that there before David joined just to prank him, but we will soon find out that is not the case. When David goes back to the house, he is met with this horrifying scene. There is something standing on top of David's house, watching him from above. David bolts down the hill, and this is where the video ends. However, that is not all. If we check the description of the video, we see a very cryptic message. It translates to, "They'll make him pay." Now, what has David done so wrong? Why does he have to pay for his actions? Well, that is not all what the description has to offer. There is also a URL to an image. Now, the image you see on screen right now is the image that is found in the description. Now, you may not see much right now, but brightening the image gives you a way better view. In the image, we see the same Steve skin that was standing on top of David's house. We also see a few cryptic letters. In putting these letters into a Caesar cipher and shifting it by 22, we get this. I see you. Now, yes, this is creepy enough, but that is not all. If you turn on closed captions and go into 5 seconds into the video, you see this, a YouTube URL hiding in plain sight. This YouTube URL brings us to our third video. The title is ? And the date filmed is unknown. The video is a mere 25 seconds in length and extremely disturbing. Help. I'm trapped. That is the entire video. We may not see much in the video, but it is extremely disturbing. Checking the transcript of the video, we see a very cryptic message. In putting these letters into a Caesar cipher and shifting it by 22, we get this. We'll never forgive you, David. Now what has David done wrong? Maybe he is not as innocent as he seems. This next video has a very strange title. However, putting it into a Caesar cipher and shifting it by 22, we get this. Help me. The video itself was filmed October 14th, 2014. The video's quality is terrible, but we can kind of read what it's saying in the chat. I saw something that scared me. I mean, you were out of contact for 2 years. What? Sorry, man. You don't want to know. I do. Not important, man. It just really scared me. Then David said in chat that he had to go, that he would be coming back. However, right as David leaves, the chat seems to clear for some odd reason. However, when Mike leaves his hole, he notices 2 signs that he did not place. David never told you. You don't know the truth. Mike is obviously confused. If David's not in the game, then who placed these? What is David not telling Mike that is so bad? Mike has the same exact question. What is David hiding? But he thinks the signs are just David trying to play a prank on him. That is where this video ends. However, looking in the description of the video, there is an image link. The image shown on screen is the image found in the description. Now looking top left, we can see some binary text. Now translating this text into English, we get this. We will find you, David. However, this is not all. If you look at the transcript, you can see another image link. The image shown on the screen is the image found in the transcript. Now I cannot read any of the text on the sign or in the chat, but if you can, please let me know in the comments. This brings us to the 5th video in the series, titled New Friend. In the first couple seconds of the video, we are introduced to David's new friend, Matthew. Thanks for becoming my friend. No problem. My parents tell me I should start making more friends. After some chit-chat between the two, our ears fill with a very strange noise. Now this noise plays on for another 23 seconds. However, when I put this audio through a spectrogram, I could not get much. I'm struggling to figure out what this means, so if you can find out, please let me know in the comments. After that audio goes for a little bit more, screen cuts to black, and we get this scary scene. Now clearly something is haunting David, and he knows it. As not too long after this happens, David starts telling Matthew about the signs he has been seeing. Ever since I came back from Germany, my game's been acting weird. Like it's haunted. Can you give me an example? When I played with my cousin, we kept being watched by some entity. By David saying this, he knows what's going on, and he knows something is wrong. Oh come on, you must have been seeing things in your head. My cousin said he saw it too. He said that somebody was leaving signs behind. It just makes me think someone is out to get revenge on me. After a little bit more conversation between the two, this is where the video ends. However, looking into the transcript of this video, we see a lot of binary text. In translating this binary into English, we get the text, "You can't run." The 6th video in the series is titled The Look for Herobrine.mp4. The video starts off and we see David is now with Mike instead of Matthew. Around 30 seconds in, the screen starts glitching out. Now the video does glitch out a few more times during the video, but I'm struggling to figure out what it means. Then we learn that the other world got corrupted. Now they're playing on a brand new world. Now, I sat through all 6 minutes of this video and I found nothing of interest. Only thing that happened was the screen glitched out a few times, but that was it. And this video was kind of pointless, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. The video starts off and David explains Mike had to go. David approaches an odd pattern in the sand, and all of a sudden, something breaks one block, which turns it into a cross. After this weird occurrence, the screen starts to glitch out again. Then the video cuts to 2 signs. The one you were looking for is one of us, like the one you lured in will be. David sees this and he's obviously confused. David asks what these people want from him, and sand starts falling from the sky. David runs away, obviously frightened. Then the screen glitches out once again. The video cuts and we see one redstone torch in front of David. David then kills a sheep for food. David turns around to see a sign. Do you think he got hit by coincidence? David? Now what does this sign mean? Who got hit? Well, David seems to know, but he doesn't tell us. David turns around and sees another sign. You know what you did, David. David seems to have done something wrong that we do not know about. The sign breaks and a redstone torch is placed to his right. Then David finally says he's sorry, but what is he sorry for? What did he do? Why does he need to repent? What has he done so wrong? We do not know. Another torch is placed next to him, then the screen glitches out once more. The video cuts back and David says he has to tell Mike about this. David walks back to the cross and he sees one more sign. We are not. You are not what? What did I do to deserve this? Sorry. The video glitches out one final time, and this is where the video ends. Now we are left with so many questions. What does David have to say he's sorry for? What has David done so wrong? After what happened in the last video, I got really scared, and then something happened when I came back. The video starts off with another glitch screen. Then David notices a figure taunting him from the fog. David runs over to check it out, and when he gets to where the figure was just standing, there's a sign. When David approaches the sign, something breaks the block behind it. The video cuts to David being attacked by whatever this creature is. David manages to escape, and this is where the video ends. The video starts off from the point of view of Mike. Mike explains that David has left. He thinks something is going on with David. Something weird. I just can't figure out what's up with him. He's hiding something. It's as clear as day. After a little bit, David joins the game. What happened last night? Something really weird. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I was freaked out. Everything was burning. Something kept placing signs. Notice how Mike said everything was burning. We did not see that when David was playing last video. Could this have been something that happened off camera? Most likely. You wouldn't really believe me if I told you. Something always appears when you're gone. After a little bit more conversation between the two, Mike drops a bomb on us. Matthew died this morning. Matthew is the person from the new friend video, and he apparently has died in a car crash. He got hit by a car. Both Mike and David seem to know about this, and they've already gotten over his death. And after this, Mike confronts David. You're hiding something, David. However, before David gets to respond, Mike notices something horrifying. A player named Jake__3 was in their game. We've never seen anybody named Jake in the series at all, so who could this be? And Mike doesn't seem to know who Jake is either. Who is Jake? What? He is in the server. Look at tab. Oh god. It's here. What's here? The entity haunting me. David saying this means Jake is the person that was in the last video, haunting David. How does David know this? How does he know Jake is the person haunting him? We do not know. There is a bit of panic between the two, but this is where the video ends. The video starts off and we notice that David and Mike are inside of a bedrock cage. Mike begins panicking until David tells him something tragic. I'm sorry, bro. It wants you too. The entity, who we now know as Jake, wants Mike, and we will soon find out why that is. It wants to take revenge on me. Mike notices a sign in the room that reads, "You'll never know, Mike. How could you do this? Why are you hiding stuff from me?" Because I want them to stay away from you. They are trying to take you from me. You know what, David? I know this might be scary for you and me also, but David, I don't think they're after you without a reason. You wouldn't want to talk to me at all if you knew the reason. How do you know? Because what I did is really bad. When they take you, do not beg me for help. Why would they take me? Don't you understand me? I told you, they want to get revenge on me. That's why they want to take you from me. Revenge from what? I'm done with this. I'm leaving. After this argument, David leaves the game, and just a couple seconds later, something terrifying happens. When Mike turns around, the screen starts glitching out. Then we see the entity, Jake__3, staring at him. Who are you? Are you behind this? You're gonna make such a good puppet. I have to ask you something. Why are you doing this? What did he do? Oh, silly Mike. Because David murdered me. This is what David was so guilty about. This is why David was hiding it from Mike. It's because David is a murderer. He bullied me because I was blind. And one day he took it too far and murdered me. Can I just leave this? I mean, I'm sorry for you, but I was just dragged into all of this. Oh, it's too late now, Mike. Mike lets out his final words before he dies. I hope you burn in hell, David. After Mike dies, we get this final scene. He fell. That is where this video ends. The 11th video in the series starts off with David and Mike is acting very weird. What's up with you? You seem off. I am doing good. Thanks for asking, friend. David senses there is something off about Mike, but he can't quite put his finger on it. Whilst David breaks a tree, Mike starts acting very, very weird. I killed a sheep, friend. Is everything alright with you? You seem really off. Then, whatever is possessing Mike slips up. He is not. These 3 words show that this is not Mike, and somebody pretending to be Mike, most likely possessing him. Could this be Jake? We don't know yet. Then, David has the most atrocious crafting I've ever seen. After David tries to craft a bed, at least I think it was a bed, he just gives up. Then Mike asks a question, which disproves my theory that Jake is possessing him. Hey friend, what is your name? Now whoever's possessing Mike is not Jake, because Jake knows who David is, and this must be someone else, or something else. Eventually, David catches on that this is not Mike, and he tells him up front. Then, this happens. That is where this video ends. The video starts off and David seems to be AFK. Then, a few seconds later, we see some messages from Mike in the chat. Alright guys, I see him. He seems to be AFK. We will get him soon. Then, David comes back from being AFK, and we get this horrifying scene. That is where this video ends. The video seems to take place right after David realized Mike is not real. What did they do to you? You know who I'm talking about. Mike and David sit there, staring at each other for a very long time, until this happens. David turns around and we likely see Jake staring at him from behind. The The video starts off and David begins questioning Mike about his skin in Minecraft. However, whatever is possessing Mike does not know what a skin is. Also, I want to note David still cannot craft a bed. I just thought that was funny. Getting a closer look at Mike's skin, we notice that it has several white splotches covering it from head to toe. David also notices that Mike's name is different. However, Mike keeps insisting that nothing is wrong. The video ends with David explaining that he has to go and eat. The video starts off and we notice that Mike's skin is now fully white. David immediately confronts Mike, telling him that he is not Mike. My mom asked me who I'm playing with, and I told her I was playing with you. And she told me that you died 2 weeks ago. David is dead, likely killed by Jake. Before the video ends, we get this horrifying scene. I don't want to die, I don't want to disappear, I want to stay. Why must I suffer so much? Oh, David, this is your fate. You made a mistake when you murdered us, and still, you do not feel bad for it. You chose your own fate by doing what you did, David. So now you have to pay the price. I am nothing but a spirit looking for revenge, so I do not feel sorry for you, David. Please don't hurt me. Too late, David. The final video in the series sits on the screen for around 2 minutes, and we are left to think about what just happened. David has been murdered by likely Jake, and everything is finally over. And looking into the description, we see this text. David, your suffering has only just started. However, this mystery is far from over. There are 3 whole channels I still need to cover, linked to this strange mystery. But for now, this was the HexedCraft Chronicles, Part 1. I'm the ARG Analyst. I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.